right, good morning. It is Bruce with Targeted Wealth Creation back at ya with Amazon and AMZY. Good peoples, let's jump into it. Well, Amazon beat their earnings, but the market didn't like it. At least that's the reaction. It was up and down. Let me look on my chart here. Amazon. Yeah, it uh, went into after hours. What did we close at? 184. It bounced as high as about 188 and then went down to 170 and bounced around. And here we are this morning, couple hours, about 2 hours and 13 minutes before the market opens, and we're showing 168 by 169. So with a low of 167. So that says to me, again, it wasn't priced to perfection. Let's check the earnings call because I was wrong on an earlier call for Amazon. Sometimes they do them in the evening, but sometimes they wait till the morning. So, okay, they went and did it after hours, the conference call and all that. So, okay. So it's not particularly looking good, peoples. Well, they're going to win their weeklies. No question about that. Um, but other than that, they're down, you know, $14 or so. That's not particularly good. So you get a good payout this month, but they got the work cut out for them. So let's jump in to why they put some trades on because they got a little bit of shares. So they got 75,000 shares yesterday, knowing that they're going to, report earnings after the close. Everybody knew that. So people bought into the fund. They put a couple of trades. Let me get that trade. So this one's easy, it's small quantity. Okay, you see three of the same contracts with a buy and sell short to start. That's the synthetic, the 200. And then they chose 200 to sell short. Now, they didn't know where they were going to be, right? I might have waited on that scenario and just put it on after the earnings call because they're going to win it easy, but they could have got more premium. Um, we'll see. It's not a bad tactic because they clearly are going to win these weeklies. It's just I'm a little disappointed in the market reaction. So let's go to what they did. So they wrote, whoops, I put 450. That is not the right quantity. It is 130. Okay. Because I did the synthetics. That changes a little bit of the revenue there. But let's go look at that 200 synthetic. So they make money on this because they're underneath. So they made, you know, almost 230,000, 226,000 on writing that because they buy it at 265 and sell it at 1770. So I had the quantity right here. Um, so on our weekly now, here's our weekly. These are fascinating to me. I'm going to show you in the holding. It's just not going down that much, even though it closed at 184 with 1 day to go in earnings. They kept these 195s and 197s in the dollar range. I mean, it's just wild. If somebody really wanted to play earnings wasn't going to be perceived well, they could have sold a bunch of those. But again, if earnings ran up to 200, it'd have to go over, well, it'd have to go over the 197.50. So yeah, if it went there, um, they'd have to buy them back. But otherwise, you go, hey, earnings isn't going to send it that high. I'll just go sell some naked calls and collect the money when it expires worthless, right? Which is what they're hoping to do, and they're successfully doing that. It's just the synthetic will hurt us. Uh, and that synthetic expires, so they're going to have to get out of that in 2 more weeks from today. Okay, so let's take a look at, we looked at weekly, let's look at the holdings. This kind of shows you. So this is what they were closing at. Now, granted, they didn't know the market was going to sell it off, but they were closing at 184 with 1 day to go. And this 3,000 and the 195, which is $11 above this, closed at 2.355, and it's closed at 177. So we're only 1% in the money. Now, are we going to win that with the stock being 170 or 180 or 190 or 193 or 194 or 195? Yes, we are. All it has to do is go right up near 195, and we wait till the end of the day and buy it back for 2, 3, 4 cents, whatever. Okay. And the 197, similar, right at 195, it makes it easier earlier to buy it back for a penny or something. And they wrote a 200, which they probably could turn around. What did we collect? So it's 130. We collected, I think, 28.6. So they could just about, that's going to be behind. When this thing closes out today, come Monday, if we're in the 170s, come Tuesday or Wednesday, they should just buy. This is small quantity. They're gonna write something else. My guess is if we stay in the 170s, they should write something like a 180, for next week, and get good premium out of that. Okay, so that the other thing that we really want to know, we should win these. There shouldn't be any question about us winning those all. Okay, so we closed at 2074. That's out the door, right? This is going to drop. I don't even know if we show a price or it's that relevant, but we will. So our synthetic is now 15, but again, that doesn't reflect this new scenario. If we're at 170, this is going to be $30 minimum. Why? If we stay at 170, it's got 2 weeks to go, so it's $30 below that. So this loss is going to get a lot bigger, right? It's going to get to like 28, but nothing they can't fix or handle. It's just a little bit of a disappointment, but we were very top heavy. When you look at this, I mean, this is going, going, going. This thing was due to come back down, right? But we shall see. All right, guys, that's what I got for you on AMZ. It's real. Oh, sorry. So on payout, we got a little extra money here on that synthetic. We did, and we collected a tiny bit here. Let me make sure I even have that P33. I want that to be P37. Oh, yeah, there's a little bit more there. Yeah, isn't that funny how it goes up? It's just not enough because it's 8 million shares. So, 2030 just doesn't give it any gusto. Um, But 72 cents, when we win these, okay, this the small amount we buy it back for a penny or two isn't going to change this. Then we're going to write new calls. Let's look and see what we have here. We got collectively, yeah, maybe a million. It's only about 12 cents, 10 cents. So, guys, if we write more calls, which we will, this is hanging on here. This loss though could be 20 million when the day's over and the value. So I don't know what they'll pay, but I think they'll get another 10 cents, so they'll have 82 cents in the kitty. But with a 20 million loss, that's $2 and something. Maybe they're only going to pay us 60 or 65 or something. You know, I haven't been doing this one long enough to know how they treat that, but it will be interesting. I'll look at the entire history of for AMZY to see what all their payments, which I have in one of my spreadsheets, and I'll do it this weekend and give you guys an update. All right, guys. Have a good one. Again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Have a great day ahead on Friday. See ya. Bye.